you ever do a set? We were just before. Let me stutter for 30 seconds. That'd be a nice
Ricka
remix.
Stroke remix.
Yeah. Seriously, I smell peanut butter. Is that pancakes? No. Speaking of dead air, we were talking about doing sets where you do a joke and it doesn't land, and people just look at you. And
Yeah.
so a good thing in the national spotlight of that is Shane Gillis. He did a return to SNL.
Yes.
He was basically a what they call disgraced cast member, essentially.
Well, he got fired for having a podcast.
Yeah, and saying some stuff that people say on podcasts. We've said some crazy shit on this podcast.
Everybody has.
Yeah.
If you're, you're
I don't know what it is about podcasts. It just draws the truth out sometimes.
Because nobody's listening until they are,
Yeah, exactly. So his monologue was the most relatable monologue I've ever seen.
As a comic, yeah.
As
you
a
definitely
comedian.
you feel it. You felt every...
Yeah.
You know what's good? He did jokes and and some landed really well. He got big laughs, and then others didn't, and he would acknowledge it. And I don't know, but you tell me what you thought of it. But I was watching the band members behind him.
Yes.
And the people on the left behind him were laughing, and the people to the right were all serious faced.
They would rather be anywhere else, but
it was
funny,
strange to watch because I was like, they're like having him on, but you want to encourage everyone to like be laughing at least or smiling.
No. I saw there was this one young lady that was in the bottom. I guess if you're Shane looking out in the audience, it would be bottom left. Of the side of the stage,
short hair.
Yes, and was like basically tuning her instrument, essentially, without tuning her instrument, dude. It was the funniest thing.
I was like, man, they're like shutting him out on purpose.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that, like going into this whole thing. I was thinking of like Norm Macdonald, when he came back and he was like, you fired me and now you're having me back. That must mean this show sucks. This show is really, really bad.
Yeah.
I was, that's where the angle you come in. You're like, man, Shane's gonna fuck them up.
Yeah.
But then I never thought of like, what if they had him on and then intentionally sabotaged him, which they wouldn't do, of course. There's too much money and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Sake. But I never even thought of that until the monologue was going and I'm watching the lady behind him.
Yeah.
Act like she's at a funeral.
Oh my God, yeah. It felt like he was delivering a eulogy instead of a monologue, dude.
And he had funny jokes too.
Yeah.
They were funny jokes. It's like, what do you want? He was doing,
I don't think he was
stand-up.
going. I don't think he was going for. I didn't think he wanted to go for scathing, like kind of like Norm. I mean, first of all, that's like Norm's energy to kind of just like just
cutting,
steamroller.
Yeah.
And I think with Shane, I think he didn't want to throw anyone else under the bus. He wanted,
He went about it in a good way.
Yeah.
When he said like, if you don't know who I am, which you shouldn't, like, don't look me up.
Oh yeah.
That was funny.
I mean, but he could have played like I'm doing well without this show, and you guys,
he's doing better than the entire show. Like he's bigger than the actual show.
He could have did the Norm route. He could have. I mean, if anyone could have did it, because like I don't know what Norm was doing when he got fired afterwards. I don't think he was on the national spotlight the same way Shane Gillis is.
Oh, I don't think. Well,
was he doing movies? He was doing movies.
I think Well, he had a sitcom. I don't know how long after, but
yeah.
He was doing movies. Yeah, I guess so. I guess he did.
That's funny.
Dirty Work not long after.
Oh shit. Okay. But yeah, it was interesting. And then I had made a post about it recently. I was
Hello in the ice cream.
What's that?
I was just thinking of the movie theater scene in Dirty Work. Where he's making fun of Artie Lang, and he talks to his belly. And he goes, "Hello in there, ice cream." It's so funny. Sorry, go ahead.
Everyone wants Dirty Work. Damn it!
Oh my God, it's so good.
No, but I made a post about it. It was like that scenario is every dirty comic that's ever done a clean show.
Yeah,
and it's like you get there, they're like, "Well, just don't say fuck,"
Just keep it clean.
And then you get there, and it's a table full of church people and kids, and you're like, "Oh no, oh no!" And then I had that experience recently. Yeah. I was doing a house show, a private house show, and they were like, "Oh, you just do like a PG-13 light R."
Oh, okay.
And then I get there, and there's like 8 7-year-olds in the audience, and I was like, "Well, that's not happening."
Yeah.
I can't even mention tits like once, like
Yeah.
yeah. But he did. Honestly, he did well. From a stand-up comedy standpoint, it was the most relatable set I've probably seen in a long time.
Yeah, he did. It is funny though, like you're watching you're watching people who have like these huge specials, or like well, Shane's a really good comic.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of like the Louis monologue.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
I'm trying to
That was
remember.
like a real controversial one. Anyway, well, that was good. Did you watch any of the sketches?
I saw the Jamaican church one.
Yeah.
I saw the Jamaican church one, and then
Someone in the YouTube comments wrote they fired him for doing accents, and they brought him back to do accents.
Yeah. There was another sketch I didn't care for. It ended very abruptly. Oh, it was okay. So it's crazy because I have a friend right now that's currently on the show The Floor on Fox.
Okay.
Yeah, he's actually doing really well on it right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and but they
I'm not
did
familiar with that, but I don't watch.
Yeah, it's a brand new show, and
Okay.
right now it's a hit apparently on Fox.
Oh.
So basically, they have people on this like floor, and then they compete against one another, and then you almost take over. It's like a game of Conquest. You remember that game Conquest?
Nope.
Okay, a Conquest is where you like take over lands basically. And
Oh.
stuff. Yeah, almost like Monopoly. Like you take over.
I remember Risk.
Risk, that's what it was. Not
okay,
Conquest,
yeah.
Risk. I don't know why.
I love
what the
Risk.
fuck is Conquest? Where did that come from?
I don't know. You invented a new game.
Yeah, dude.
We should make a Risk ripoff called Conquest.
Yeah. It's a Temu version.
But it's like
Yeah.
slightly racist.
Oh no, the Chinese are. Oh,
Yeah, it's the same as Risk, but the board is offensive.
oh yeah, it's all
offensive
stereotypical tropes.
Yeah.
I took over Jamaica with a basket full of chicken. Like fucking.
It's about conquest with a K.
Oh
Yeah,
No.
Risk was great.
So this game is kind of like that. Except like your specialties. Let's say your specialty is microphones, and my specialty is cars.
Mm-hmm.
And so they you challenge me, and then the topic is cars, and so they'll put up pictures of cars, and then we have to go back and forth naming the car that we see on the picture.
Oh, okay.
And then you just challenge each other, and my friend Gene is like crushing it right now. So
That's cool.
and then it
What's
basically
his specialty?
his specialty is comedians.
Oh,
But he's just a jack of all trades, though, when it comes to like knowledge.
He's just-
And so basically, like you start here,
I
and
know
then you
a
challenge.
Gene who's cool.
Yeah, dude, I don't think I've ever met a Gene that wasn't.
Yeah, my first encounter with a Gene was someone my dad knew, and his nickname was Mean Gene the Dancing Machine.
Oh, that rules.
I mean, how
Yeah.
do you get that? Shut it down after that.
Yeah,
because
dude.
That's
Yeah, so they'll be next to each other. They challenge, and then you win. You take over that spot, and then you take over the floor. Basically, is what they call it.
oh, so like you. Okay, if you beat them, you get that area.
You get the air.
Oh,
And So
okay.
right now, let's say this whole dashboard's the floor. Oh, by the way, we're recording in Dan's vehicle.
Vehicle.
I-
Yeah,
I-
we're normally in an office.
We're
sweating.
normally in a stationary type of thing with concrete or something.
We're in a Publix parking lot.
Yeah, dude. And so this dashboard's the floor, and like there's all these people here, and then Gene's got this whole section now.
That's
He's
awesome.
been beating everybody. So
No,
that's
Gene, I want to watch this now.
yeah, the floor. Yeah, so they did an SNL sketch parodying the floor,
Okay.
and it was not funny. It really wasn't that good.
What was the
I don't. It was.
what was like the hook of the sketch? Or the,
Oh, I mean,
what was the game of the
funniest
sketch?
aspect was it was like American history, and so Shane was like, "Oh, that's my specialty," and then they were like naming it was like pictures of historical figures,
Yeah.
and then when it got to a bunch of black guys, Shane was like, "I don't know who that is."
Oh, that's stupid.
And it wasn't. And then it ended all weird. It wasn't. It could have. They could have did something with it, but it just wasn't that good. I don't know. The execution was
It's so
off.
lazy. And the irony is that he's like very well read about history if you listen to his podcast.
Yeah. And it was just playing off
funny.
like oh, I'm a white guy. I don't know black history.
I know.
But it was just it just felt it felt lazy,
Oof.
and then also it ended abruptly. Like there wasn't even any like attempt to like have a resolution.
Yeah,
to the sketch.
a lot of their sketches they don't know
Yeah.
how to end, or they end it like weird, you know.
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, damn. I was excited because
Which-
when they showed a still shot of the actual floor game.
Yeah.
So my buddy Gene's in it.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm like, oh damn, dude, you're collecting TV credits,
Yeah,
like, you know, Infinity Stones or whatever. Yeah, it was crazy. I just didn't care for that one. The Jamaica Church was pretty funny. I liked that a little bit. I didn't think I would because at first it started out like, all right, this is fucking lame, and then I don't know, just as it went along, it was more entertaining to me. But
yeah.
I haven't seen any of the other ones, but I guess I did. My thing is I'm comparing it to his Gillian Reeves sketches.
Yeah, those were a lot better.
Those are amazing. And some of them, you know.
Yeah, and then if you compare to like a lot of really well-known sketch shows that are, you know, like speaking of not being able to end a sketch, it's funny and it makes you respect shows like Mr. Show, so much more. Being able to have like a full arcing sketch and even blend them, you know, having all of those connect.
Yeah, where they have like almost like what do you call that? Fuck it, I'm blanking out, dude.
I don't know, but or like Kids in the Hall or
Callbacks.
The state, yeah, callbacks.
Callbacks. Yeah.
I know. It's disappointing, you know, but
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch the whole episode. I want to watch more sketches. I want to see more sketches from it to see.
Yeah.
Because he's a funny sketch actor. Did they have him do Trump? I thought for sure they would have him do.
I like I said, I only saw this.
I feel like you would have heard about it though, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't understand why they wouldn't. I thought someone said this on a podcast, and they said, "Oh, they're gonna have SNL's gonna have Shane do Trump, and then they're gonna have him like come back and do it the whole year, like leading up to the election."
That would be awesome. But everyone was stuck on his monologue, and it's like, I guess they're
Were people commenting about his monologue?
well, depending on which news source or whatever clickbait site. It's
Were they
like
saying he
Shane
bombed?
Gillis bombed monologue?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was even seeing it under the monologue. It was like whatever site, Shane Gillis bombs monologue, and then the person was like, me, SNL audience bombs Shane Gillis's monologue. You know? Yeah.
Well, what's weird is like, I feel like he did get a lot of laughs throughout it, but certain jokes didn't hit. And the only reason you really felt it is because he commented on it like a comic would.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what you do on stage if like something doesn't hit or you're like want to make you know. It's fucking weird. It's weird to like because it does make it more relatable and more like
It felt more human.
real. Yeah.
It felt more human. It literally
And then
felt
to
like
take that and make it a weakness is fucking. But a typical like blogger bullshit.
yeah.
I just saw a quote that I had on Facebook from like 12 years ago, and it was from Sherrod Small, and it said, "The worst comedian is still better than the best blogger."
That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, man. It's and then it's so funny because like just sometimes going to the mics and you're unaware of like people's mental illnesses until you talk to them.
Yeah, you have to assume mental illness just because they're out of mic, right?
Yeah, honestly, at this point,
Open mic comedy is just a stew of mental illness.
It is. It's like going to a mental hospital and instead of everyone getting their psychiatric drugs, they're getting all placebos,
Attention.
and then being told that they're normal.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, okay, everyone here needs help.
Yeah, it's really painful. It's painful I don't know. comedy is painful. It's painful. It's so fun to perform, and the rest of it is pain.
Yeah. The thing, I guess the thing about the Shane Gillis monologue is like the populace as a whole wants comedy, but they don't understand or even try to get to understand comedy or comedians.
Yeah, they think or they assume they do, and
Yeah.
you know, but they don't. Really like understand the.
Yeah, it's like if a singer goes up there and plays live and there's like cracks in their when they're playing and whatever, and people were like, "Oh man, it was so raw and gritty."
Yeah.
And then, but if a comedian who clearly is coming off as like, I'm just a normal dude that now is hosting SNL after getting fired a couple years off of it,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like, well, you should be more professional. And it's like,
I thought his jokes about him, he should be like an assistant football coach. Like, all that stuff was funny.
yeah.
And then him making fun of his dad.
And then his dad being there,
Yeah.
that was solid. I enjoyed that. Like, but that's also me being very relatable because me having my actual parents in the audience sometimes and stuff.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. It's hard to, and it's so hard to say because I didn't watch it, but I really want to know how like the rest of the sketches went because that it also says so much about the show itself. Like, it's not that Shane isn't funny; he's a great stand-up comic, and then he's done all those good sketches with Gillian Keeves, and then blah blah blah. Like it's known that he's funny, so if that show can't even make him funny, then what does it say about them, you know?
Yeah.
But you know, who knows?
It's just weird. I think a lot of performing arts, comedy especially, get scrutinized in such a way. It's like you don't scrutinize other professions the same way.
No, it's just like I know I think people think they could do comedy more easily. I've heard people say that, which is true. Like a musician, like people typically don't think like. They don't watch a musician play a song or a band play and think like, oh, I could do that if they're a fan of music, you know, unless they're an actual musician. Whereas almost anyone watches a comedy show and a lot of people in the audience not having anything to do with comedy be like, I think I could do that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they probably could.
Yeah. I mean, there's other things that people can do. Like, I don't know, a carpenter. There's people that woodworkers or people that put nails.
I'm amazed at people who do like home improvement stuff like that. Like someone who could tile a room or like, you know, like, and their brains just work like that, you know. Some people's brains work for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
A terrible parking job by this lady.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the lines.
Both of.
Look at this.
And I love it. She's parking out in the far distance of the parking lot, like she's driving a Mercedes Benz.
It's a Honda Accord, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, she's that's wild. That's a wild.
It's
thing.
like it's like 50-50 in between the two spots.
Yeah, that's a park job. That's a park job that someone who has a Lamborghini does.
Yeah,
out in the further aspects of the parking lot.
Yeah.
And this lady's looking around.
It's a white Honda Accord. Looks like a 2019.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Yeah, I think that's funny. It's funny when people do that. Have you watched The Cartnark yet?
The Cartnark? What is that?
Oh man,
what the fuck is the Cartnark?
The Cartnark is a guy who goes around supermarket parking lots. And
you told me about this a while ago.
Oh, I did.
Yes, now I know what you're talking. I thought it was like a new show or something.
Oh well, no, it should be. It should be just on all channels.
Yeah,
yeah. He just has this really antagonistic voice, and he badgers people about not returning their cart.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It calls them a lazy bones and stuff, and then he has like magnets that he'll put on their people's car, and it says like I'm a lazy bones, and people flip out. I mean,
I've seen. They get real mad,
you'd
like violent mad.
Oh yeah. Well, the dude. It's funny because his voice is pretty like high pitched, kind of.
Yeah.
But then you see,
What is occurring right now?
I don't know.
It's a lot of.
Are we being hijacked? We
Maybe there's like a drug deal and they think we're FBI agents with these microphones.
with my discreet colored car.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so funny.
We could move if they pull out weapons or anything. We are in Jacksonville. I forgot I'm in Jacksonville a lot of times. Still amazed at this park job.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this parking lot now. It was dead earlier. It was pretty.
Yeah.
There's no cars, and then now there's a truck dropping off deliveries now.
Yeah.
On a Sunday, which is an unusual day for it.
Oh, you were talking about continental breakfast before.
Yeah.
What's your go-to at a continental breakfast? You said you had a little bit of everything.
I think we spooked the guy next to us.
Yeah.
He's gone. He can't sell his yayo in the parking lot.
He looked like rave. Yeah, he had like poppers.
Yeah.
Whatever those are.
But continental breakfast, I always joke and I call it like, I'm a wrestling fan, obviously. I always call it intercontinental breakfast.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
And I'm like, I'll fucking fight you for this oatmeal. You know,
suplex some pancakes.
No, but like that's like my favorite thing about hotel stays now is going to check out the continental breakfast because it's such a roll of the dice. It's such a roll of the dice.
Do you eat there, or do you get a plate and bring it back to the room?
Honestly, a lot of times I just go there and eat there. Honestly, I don't like bringing a lot of food in the room.
Yeah.
Just because I've been in hotels where there's like roaches and it's like, well, I think there's a lot of people just eating here. That's what they eat.
Yeah, it's gross. It's gross everywhere.
But also, it's just like I can dispose of it. I don't have to worry about my plates piling up in a little trash can in the hotel.
That's true. Yeah.
And then also, if I'm doing a travel stay with other people. Like you get a hotel with like 2 rooms.
Yeah.
I just sneak out and then I just eat in peace and I can, make as much noise out in the lobby instead of waking up someone in the room. I don't know. And then also this is weird, but I guess it's something I got from my dad. My dad had the gift of gab when it came to strangers.
Yeah.
Just as I get older, I'm starting to have that. I'm in the lobby, I'm getting my eggs. Next thing you know, there's 2 construction workers that are staying there, and we're just talking. Next thing you know, we're just talking, and it's weird. I don't know.
Just connecting.
Hey, what's up, Daryl? How are you doing? What are you doing here? Well, I'm toting all this lumber. Blah, 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 blah,
I love how blue collar people just keep it real. They just tell you what they're doing exactly at he's like, I'm standing here, fixing to scoop some of these eggs on this plate. Yeah, and I'm gonna walk over to that there table and sit down, and then I'm gonna eat these eggs.
Yeah, and then what about what else, Daryl? Like, well, then I'm gonna call my bitchable ex-wife, and then reason why I have to take these road gigs, and
Oh man, I used to blue collar people. I like them generally because I've worked in blue collar settings before.
Yeah.
The only thing that bothers me is when blue collar people, they'd often refer to like McDonald's as a sandwich. They would say, you got to go to McDonald's and get this, and it would be like some burger at McDonald's that they're.
Oh yeah.
And they'd be like, that's a good sandwich, and I don't know why that just.
It's a McRib, sir. It's a McRib. It's not a sandwich. A sandwich is some care and craft was put into it. That
I
was
think
made
of like what they make at the deli in Publix, a sandwich.
Yeah.
And then a burger from McDonald's is like, I don't know, something about that. But I couldn't do anything.
A burger from McDonald's is minimum wage workers hate fucking you, meat and bread. That's what.
I thought of this as, I was like I wrote it down as like a premise the other day, but it was like, just in general, like, when fast food places advertise that they like hand bread an item like in their location,
yeah,
doesn't that like on the commercial it sounds good because they show you and it's like all fresh and crispy like fish,
oh that's delicious,
or chicken, but like thinking about a fast food employee actually like hand breading, like actually handling like raw chicken or fish and then like doing all that on site.
Yeah, you're like,
it seems like a fucking nightmare.
And then you're like, well, okay, that one item is hand breaded. Then what about the other fried items? And that just- It's like these come flash frozen.
I'd almost prefer some sort of industrial processed something over like some teenage kid hand breading chicken and doing it himself.
Oh yeah, that's a quick way to get salmonella. Like, oh man, I didn't know I really wanted food poisoning for $4.59.
Yeah,
You know.
I when's the last? Oh, you just had a continental breakfast, right?
Yeah.
You said
Yeah.
I haven't been to one in a minute. I like when they have good hash browns. You got to go good hash browns.
I that's something that's always been lacking is any potato product at most of the continental
They're usually
breakfast.
steamed and like
Yeah, this one had tater tots,
uh,
but they were all mushy. They were really soggy. there was no crispiness to these tots. It was yeah, it was their waffle maker though was primo, and they had the really good I guess Pam, would you call it? What is that stuff?
yeah. Or cooking spray.
Yeah, none of it stuck. I've been to a continental breakfast where literally I had to like chisel my waffles out of the fucking waffle iron.
Like you're making a waffle out of marble.
Yeah, dude. I was like, am I making waffles or am I carving David? You know, like, and yes, it does look like a dick. You know, it's like,
I saw the statue of David in person.
the actual one.
Yeah.
Well, isn't the statue tiny?
No, it's huge.
Oh, it's huge.
I mean,
Oh, I'm thinking of Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa
Lisa's,
painting is
real
small as fuck.
But everyone was like, comments that his dick is real small, and it's funny. And I was like, I think it looks fine. And our tour guide,
Yeah.
said, she went, "Look at his beautiful penis,"
Oh,
and people just started laughing.
oh, that's funny. I mean, but two things about David's penis. First of all, you know, maybe that's a penis that tries really hard in bed. You know, that's a penis. You know, maybe that's a penis that like looks after the needs of the other person. You know. Also, who was chiseling David? Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Right. It was a dude. David's not gay. You know, he's not fully
Yeah.
erect with another guy chiseling his dick, dude.
He's got really big hands.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's probably got a meat cannon, dude, but he wasn't full throttle with fucking
he's
Michelangelo.
a grower. David's a grower.
Yeah, especially when a dude's chiseling his dick. So we know David's not gay. All those like people in that time frame were like bi or gay. A lot of the guys.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
David. David was like, it's soft as fuck for you, Michelangelo. Keep chiseling. Yeah.
That's funny. A lot of what you call it? I haven't been to a continental breakfast in a minute.
Yeah.
I have to go. To it. There's a Waffle House not far from here, and I was thinking of that the other day. When's the last time you went to a Waffle House?
Oh, pretty. I mean, that's a pretty common thing. Waffle House and Whataburgers I've been going to a bunch of them lately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, because lately we've been having like traveling comics or friends that I haven't seen in a while, and they live in states where Waffle House isn't a thing.
Oh, so they
Yeah, so they get amped, almost bricked up about fucking Waffle House. So, but I've been doing Whataburger more lately.
Whataburger is so good.
Yeah. But Waffle House, I mean, I usually when I do shows with certain people, like I have every third Wednesday show at Paper Route.
Yeah.
I go I go to Waffle House with Christina, and we like conduct business there, but also, and I mean I've gone so much that I don't even have to look at the menu. They're like, you know,
what do you get? What do you get?
Oh, I do an All Star. And it's
What is that? Just like a regular breakfast?
Yeah, it's just got like a whole bunch of different things. But I start like soon as the waitress asks, I'm like, "You ready?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I want All Star. All right, I want
You're like,
hash browns.
Stretch your
Yeah.
stretch
I want scrambled eggs. 2 more additional scrambled eggs. I want sausage. I want a regular pancake. And then I want a white toast. And not a pancake. I said pancake. Jesus.
waffle.
I want a blueberry waffle. Yeah, that's-
Blueberry waffle, nice.
Yeah.
Do they? Well, so I know they do like a pecan waffle and a,
Mhm.
I guess blueberry. Do they do a chocolate chip?
Yep, they do chocolate chip too.
What else? Anything else? Or just regular?
And then there's seasonal ones. They have seasonal ones,
Oh,
but
okay.
the normals are pecan, standard, chocolate chip, and blueberry, I think.
Okay.
And
Man,
then-
that's good. That's
and I don't even eat my waffle with syrup. So
Yeah?
this is weird. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of like extra butter on stuff either.
Oh,
lots-
really?
Yeah. Whenever you get pancakes, they put that dollop of butter. I'm like,
Yeah.
get that shit off my pancake. I don't want it on my pancake.
I like it all.
Yeah.
Buttery.
It's I don't know what
It's
it
not
is.
even real butter. It's like fake butter. you
Yeah.
know? Except Metro Diner does strawberry butter. You ever do that?
No.
Dude, you
That
get
sounds
a
good,
chicken
actually.
and waffles at Metro Diner?
Apple butter's good too.
Apple butter, yeah.
The
Oh, well,
butter.
apple butter. Or you mean like apple butter, the real product, like you get from like a quaint place? It's like brown.
They got apple
Or-
butter. No, I don't know. The apple butter I've ever had was always at a place and they made it in house.
Oh, okay.
And
It
then
was like butter
and then they
mixed
have
with
cinnamon
apple?
butter for like
Cinnamon butter is amazing.
oh god, it's so good. But yeah, that's the only time I really do butter. Other than that, I'm not the big fan of like savory butter.
Okay,
like
like
excess of it.
a compound butter on
Yeah,
steak.
yeah, it's too much. It's too
Okay.
much. Yeah, it's already savory enough. I think I'm just mindful of like I'm already indulging with this steak as far as
Yeah.
my arteries go, and so I'm like I don't need you to like
You don't need like garlic butter
Yeah,
over top.
yeah. No, garlic butter I could do, but like just regular just salty ass butter. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't do it.
I had this. I went to this steakhouse in Raleigh when I lived there for my birthday one time, and it was called the Angus Barn, and it's this old steakhouse, and it looks like a huge barn,
Okay.
and that was one of the best steaks I've ever had at a
That's-
ribeye.
You just described the venue, and I was just like, I already know that's an amazing steak.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it had they served it with garlic butter, and I was like it was in heaven. But my mom was there. I was there with my parents and Kelly, and my mom was so sick she couldn't even eat.
Oh
It
no.
felt so bad because it was so good, and it's hard. I was eating like one of the best steaks I've ever had in my life,
Yeah.
and she was like so nauseous and like could barely
But that sounds
hold
like
it together.
one of those nice mom and pop places where they have a family recipe of stuff. And it's
Oh.
like Paul died at 38 because all he did was eat steaks.
They have cows like
Yeah.
like living out back.
Yeah.
They slaughter it like on site.
The cow's a day laborer. You know,
They hand bred the cows.
they hand bred the cows.
Yeah, good steak is nice. I'm dying to go to that one in Tampa, that Burns Steakhouse.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Oh no,
Mm-mm.
it's like a old popular steakhouse. They have a really big wine selection, but what they're most known for is they have a like they have like a dining room where you eat dinner, but then they have this area where you could go get dessert, and they have like I think like 150 different types of dessert or some like absurd
Oh
amount
wow.
of stuff. But you get sat in these little like individual booths in this weird like it's a very big place, I guess.
Yeah.
And all the little booths have a phone, like a landline phone in the booth, and you can pick the phone up and it will call a different booth, like with people who are sitting, so you could just like pick it up and talk to someone
Interesting.
over there.
What?
Yeah, it's
That's-
it's weird.
That's interesting.
It's weird, but it
and
sounds
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
I want to go. It's supposed to be a good steaks. And
Dude,
a
I-
lot of wine.
I went to this Latino bakery,
Oh man,
the Spanish bakery in
where
Tampa.
at? Oh,
in Tampa.
Oh,
And it was
nice.
called Morenos, which is
Mm.
I think it's almost like Spanish slang for like dark skin
Yeah.
Spanish person. I don't know, but it's a bakery, and I went there for bakery stuff. But then, you ever go to a place where like it'd be like going to Waffle House and be like, oh, I love their burgers. Like when you go to a place where it's like that's the thing that they market that they're good at.
Yeah.
But then you find something else on the menu, you're like, what the fuck is this? This is amazing. So like they were marketing themselves as a bakery, and they have a huge selection of stuff, and it's pretty
Yeah.
good. It's pretty good. But
That's
I had this like Spanish rice. It was just like a side thing. It has like huge jumbo shrimp in it, and like a
Man.
small cup of it was like $5. Like a medium cup was like $8, and a big cup was like 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, no one's. I mean, it was so much rice left, and I was like, no one's buying this. This is amazing. I was like mad, and like I spent all this money on these bakery shits, and they're okay. They're good.
Yeah.
I want one. There's a couple things that are really good, but it was like no one's. This is sitting here. This delicious rice. This is unbelievable. I love rice
man.
dishes, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, that hits your like Filipino or whatever.
Yeah,
it's in you.
Well, I got Filipino and Spanish, so both cultures are
yeah.
big on rice.
Rice is amazing, especially if it's like seasoned well, or
Yeah.
if there's some kind of something else going on that was on top of it that kind of like dripped down into it.
Oh my god, yeah, dude.
Do you like I'm gonna guess no, but do you like poke bowls?
Yes,
Oh, you do?
yes, I like
Oh,
poke
okay,
bowls.
nice.
Like poke bowls. I go to Thai restaurants to get Thai fried rice when everyone else is
Oh,
getting,
okay.
what do they call it? What's the Thai thing that everyone gets?
Pad Thai.
Pad Thai. I was like, dude, it's
I
literally
like,
in the name. Thai.
I like curry, Thai curry, like Penang curry. That's amazing.
I think I had a little bit of it once.
I never hear people talk about that, but Penang curry is like.
Yeah. Well, see, that's another thing. That's the thing that you go to a Thai restaurant. Everyone gets pad Thai, and then you get Penang curry. I get Thai fried rice. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen pineapple fried rice. And,
Yeah.
They do it like in a pineapple. They like, serve it in a pineapple. That's pretty
Ooh,
good.
That sounds amazing.
But I've had Penang curry. Penang curry was interesting. When I lived in California, I had roommates, and my roommate's girlfriend brought home Thai food, and
Yeah.
it was chicken with an orange sauce on top of it and rice. And I was like so broke then, so just any food was good, good.
Oh yeah.
But I ate this, and it was like especially amazing, and I was just like, "This is amazing." And I said, "What the hell?" I didn't know what it was. I didn't have any Thai food experience. I said, "What is this?" And she said, "I don't know what it was called, like, but it's Thai." And I said, "Okay, cool." And it took me a really long time to figure out what it was, like 2 or 3 years, whatever. And I would go to Thai restaurants every once in a while, and I would say to them, "What is a chicken that's like orange?" And they had just no idea what I was talking about. And then you order Penang curry, and it's a bowl of orange orange liquid.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And you could get whatever meat you want in it. So like you get chicken or shrimp or pork,
Yeah.
whatever. But I would always get chicken, and you get rice. But I finally found it, and it's so good.
So I another thing I'm kind of expanding my horizons a little bit more. So I have a friend who's a private chef.
Yeah, that's right.
And so they challenge they're like, have you tried this? I'm like, I've been a single guy for a while. So like when I'm hungry, I just go to Checkers. You know, I don't deep dive the culinary worlds very often.
Checkers fucking rules.
Yeah, Checkers is good.
Fries.
And it's cheap. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But so I've been dabbling in more refined things lately.
or just go to ethnic places, like any kind of like hole in the wall ethnic place if it's like family run,
Yeah.
which that's hard to determine unless you ask them. But ethnic places are where it's at because yeah.
I've had people offer this up as a suggestion to eat before, and I was just like, I don't really a soup, really, pho,
Yeah.
dude. First time I ever had it. the
Really?
other day. Yeah. This whole time.
Have you ever had a banh mi sandwich?
Dude, that's where I got it from. Banh mi.
Oh, okay.
There's a banh mi near me.
Okay.
And I didn't have the sandwich. I just had the pho.
There's a really good Vietnamese place near here that I've been meaning to go to. So if you want to go sometime.
Yeah, man. I was like, it was this place near me. Huge bowl of. Everyone's like, it's pronounced pho, and there's a Kyle Kinane bit where he goes, I'll call it pho. I support the Vietnamese people. What have you fucking done for them? But he's like, pho or pho answers the question. What happens when you put hot rainwater over fish nightmares? But it's oh my god, it was so good. Huge bowl, and then they even gave me the whole platter, like the vegetables to put in.
Yeah,
there.
all the stuff.
And then
That's the
I
best.
get the one with like it's like a uncooked cuts of steak in it.
Oh yeah, you let it go in the broth.
Dude, I was like, man, The only thing is, I lately I've been dabbling in more spicier things.
Oh, good.
But the thing is that my body's not accustomed to it. Because
Oh.
people are like, you're Filipino, you're Spanish. I'm like, well, if you break down Filipino culinary, there's not a lot of spicy hot
Yeah,
things.
that's what I.
And
yeah,
Puerto
you
Ricans
learn.
don't eat spicy things. That's Mexicans. That's
It's only
Central Americans.
Mexicans. Yeah.
And so I've been dabbling. So I haven't been accustomed to eating a lot of hot food. So my sinuses have been kicked open wide. I'm like, my nose is running like I've been crying during a funeral. You know, I'm just
That's a fun. It's a funny feeling. I love spicy food. And I like to. I like when I'm eating something and it's like makes me like just start to when you get that light sweat. You know.
Yeah.
Not like pouring sweat. Not when it's like dripping and you're like in terrible pain. But I like. Because spice elevates flavor to a certain extent, and it's like a bell curve. And then once you get too spicy, it starts to be more spice than flavor. But there's like a sweet spot that's like real nice, especially with like things like Thai food.
Yeah,
you know.
I have a nickname for that sweat you get when you eat something spicy for the first time, or like something spicy hits. I call that. I just opened the set with a joke and it didn't land. That's what that sweat is.
I call it a Shane Gillis monologue.
Yeah, it's Shane Gillis monologue is what we're going to call that sweat now.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's funny. Yeah.
Oh, here's the park job lady.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
I feel like we can't.
Yeah. No.
She would fight back.
Yeah.
That is bold though.
Yeah.
Just like double park.
Or the fake Louis Vuitton purse. And Honda
And that's a
Accord.
bold way to close the car
That's
door.
a good way to get your fingers smashed the fuck up. For those listening, she grabbed the top of the door and then pulled it in instead of grabbing the handle. And I was like, that's a good way to just lose a nail, break a finger, have a rough day.
Man, have you ever eaten too hot too hot like Thai food or?
Well, the hottest thing I've ever had was I did a show. It was almost like a Hot Ones meets stand up.
Okay.
And it was called Hot Mess, and I ate. So we did 5-minute set, and then we stopped, and then they brought out 2 chicken wings with sauce that was 5 million Scoville units.
Holy.
And then I ate them, and then I had to try to do the rest of my set.
What?
Yeah.
Were you like? Could you even speak?
It was a contest, and I won it.
Oh, really?
I mean, it was burning me up, but I like some of the other people were like literally on the floor crying.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, I don't know, but I mean, I was on stage and I was just like doing it, but I was like rushing through my set. It was funny. I was just like, so the other day, like that. And I mean, but the other people were like on the ground. Like one guy was like on the ground, like on the stage, on the sideway, laying down, like in fetal position.
Oh God!
Just like, this is so hot, like yeah. It was, but that was like the hottest thing I've ever had was that. And apparently that wasn't even the sauce they were going to use originally. There was actually a hotter sauce, and they left it.
Oh wow!
So I think the sauce we were originally going to use was like 7 to 10.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So I was doing the lighter 5 million Scoville units.
Only 5.
Yeah.
People did that. Friends of mine in college, they had an off-campus house, and they lived near the bar, and like I would stop on my way there to go into the bar, and they made a batch of ribs, barbecue ribs, and they had barbecue sauce on them, so they're all dark as barbecue sauce is.
Yeah.
But they put they took it was like capsaicin paste. So it was the same kind of deal. It's like a couple million Scoville units, like pure capsaicin,
Oh, that's
it
just like they put pepper spray.
Yeah, it was like a black, like kind of paste.
Okay.
And they were like, we smeared this all over one rib, like in this pile of ribs. So we're doing like it's like a suicide rib, like one's really spicy,
like a murder mystery.
Yeah,
plate of
yeah,
ribs.
yeah.
What the fuck?
And they're like, do you want to eat one and try to see like if you get it? And I was like fuck off. I was
what
like,
the fuck?
I'm not gonna do that. But apparently someone came along and did it and ate one, and they got it, and they said he was like in the street like crying.
Oh,
That's awful. I love spicy food, but it really gets to be, like intense after,
yeah. Because when I worked mall security, we used to have OC spray, and it was capsaicin.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. It's brutal. Like your body starts like, yeah, like when your nose is running and your eyes
yeah.
are tearing and
And,
stuff.
and the thing is, I'm starting to enjoy hotter items.
Yeah.
But at one point though, it gets too hot where you don't taste anything.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
taste any flavors. You can't taste no hints of anything. All you feel
You gotta
is hot.
find your sweet spot because it does it definitely does something to elevate flavor.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people, I have a very different spice tolerance than my wife or like her family, for the most part. Some people in her family will eat hotter stuff, but I have to like tone down food most of the time
Yeah.
because I like I like it spicy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also
George likes his chicken spicy.
but then it courses through your body, and then there's that next day when you when you're reintroduced to the spice in a different orifice, you're like, oh, gotcha. Like
I know that's rough. That's
Yeah.
like I go to this there's a Mexican place up the road here, like on the other end of Old St. Augustine Road.
Yeah.
If you went that way, and it's like this little it's just this little like hole in the wall Mexican place, but they make amazing street tacos.
Oh shit.
And so if you like street tacos like that, it's fucking so good. But they have hot sauce there, and it's chili de arbol, which is like those little dried chilies.
Yeah.
You'd probably know if you saw them. And they're fucking, it's hot, and I eat the shit out of that. And yeah, the next day it's brutal.
Yeah.
You just think about it the whole time. You're just like, goddamn hot sauce. Had to have so much.
Yeah, dude. That night I did that wing show. Like I had a lot of ice cream afterwards. They had like ice cream bars and milk and other things to offer for us. Freeze pops too. Freeze pops.
Oh yeah.
And so I had like milk, ice cream bars, and freeze pops, and hot wings in my stomach. That was a rough morning.
Man.
It was
yeah, that's brutal.
Also, it was so hot that my farts burned, like burn. Like my farts,
It's like you're pepper spraying.
Yeah, it was. Honestly, it felt like a New York steam vent. Like it was just like, oh god,
like a Ninja Turtle. It was gonna come
yeah,
out.
Cowabunga. Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal. I've had hot stuff. I ordered Thai food is fun because they have like they'll give you like the number rating, like they'll be like 1 through 5.
Oh yeah.
But they're like 5 is like Thai hot. They have a Thai hot. You've heard that term?
Mm.
So they usually do like a 1 through. They do a number scale, but that's like white people scale. 1 being nothing and then 5 being hot.
Yeah.
But they're a 5. Like if I ordered a 5 at a Thai, they make it like what they think I'm supposed to be, not.
Oh, okay.
But if you say I want it Thai hot, they make it like how they would eat it, like in Thailand, and it's like, you eat it and you're like, it's like you're traveling through time. It's so hot, You're like, it's insane.
It's like in the space movies when they hit like hyperspeed.
Yeah. No, it's insane. So there's this really delicious chili called a bird's eye chili, Thai chili. And I used to love getting Penang curry, which is kind of sweet tasting because it's made of coconut milk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah. You said the coconut milk,
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
But I would have them do Thai chilies, like cut up actual, like
Yeah.
the actual chili in it, because I love the flavor of it. It's amazing. But whenever I would eat it, I'd be going and eating it. I'd be careful not to eat the actual chili because it was so hot. But if I did by mistake, I would pause and and it seriously was like I got hit by lightning or something. Yeah, it's so intense, but I love it. It's delicious.
Sorry.
But it's crazy as you get older. You like can't tolerate as much anymore.
Yeah.
And then Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I just need to eat like a tuna sandwich or a turkey sandwich.
Something, yeah,
Something mild.
something that's like, this
A
is not going to
salad.
destroy my stomach today.
Yeah.
No. I love when we do the car episodes and we're in parking lots and we people watch. So we were talking about Thai chili, and this couple walked by, and the guy was wearing the tightest shorts.
Yeah,
And
he had the girl shorts on out of the group, and the
Yeah.
girl had dumpy sweatpants on.
Yeah, dumpy sweatpants, and then that dude was
Gay?
no, I'm gonna sound gay, but he had quite an ass on him.
Yeah.
he
He had a sweet rump.
had a sweet rump. Yeah, they sell his rump for like $4.99 a pound at Publix right now.
He looked. I wonder if that was his sister.
Yeah,
They didn't seem like a matching couple.
No, yeah. He
But
he was clean shaven, but he was definitely rocking a beard.
yeah. Swish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. We didn't talk about anything this episode, did we?
No, we just talked about intercontinental. I say intercontinental. Maybe that should be the title of the Intercontinental Breakfast, and just have our faces.
I just started a Chris Benoit Dark Side of the Ring episode right before you got there.
Oh no, really?
I started watching it, yeah. And
Yeah.
they were talking about him doing those squats that you told me about.
Oh, the Hindu squats.
Yeah.
As a
God.
punishment. Yeah.
I just hate bending down once like that, and he just did it like hundreds of times.
Yeah. I got into Hindu squats. You remember that a couple years ago?
Yeah.
I was into. Yeah, it. My core was fucking good.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I wasn't even like having sex with any ladies. For anyone to benefit from that strong core that I had at that time.
So funny.
And then I stopped working out, and then that's when ladies were like, "Yeah, well, I want to give you a shot." I'm like, "I'm in the saddest shape I've been in a while."
Isn't that funny how sometimes I don't know, it's just how that works. You'll be like in good shape and yeah.
That was like me in high school, dude. I was like, in high school, I used to run like several miles a day.
Yeah.
And all this stuff like that. Running a 4.640.
But you were religious.
Yeah.
Jesus told you to keep your dick dry.
No, Jesus didn't want me to just go through the numbers. That's all. He didn't want me to put up numbers.
God, I remember. That's fun. High school was fun.
You're watching Dark Side of the Ring. I just got done watching Griselda on Netflix.
Oh yeah, we started watching that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. Have you watched Cocaine Cowboys 2?
No. I've
you
heard
should-
of it. I think I started like an episode.
Did you watch the first one?
I saw the first one. I
Okay.
didn't know there was a second one.
Watch Cocaine Cowboys 2 because it's all about her. So it's like
Gotcha.
basically like a documentary about Griselda Blanco.
Okay.
But the show is it was cool. We watched like 2 or 3 episodes of it. I
Yeah.
liked it.
It's clearly a dramatization of
Yeah.
it, but
She
they-
like does backflips and like
yeah, and they also made her more attractive than she was. I don't know if you saw
Yeah.
Griselda
Oh, yeah,
Blanco.
yeah.
Griselda Blanco
Yeah,
was rough
yeah.
looking, dude.
sure
She
was.
I've done drag shows, and she made me look very appetizing.
Yeah.
I look very passable.
Ariola Grande.
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, dude.
Drag shows. I like that you are able to commit to it so hard. I had a hard time saying yes to doing a drag show.
Were you single?
No, this was like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. It would probably honestly the appeal for the drag shows is not as fun. And here's why I say that is they are chick magnets. Those shows are chick magnets. Every drag show I've ever done, I've had at least 4 to 5 follows from very attractive women.
Oh.
After each show, I've hung out with a couple of them.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you're attached to someone, the appeal is not as great.
no. You got to bring them.
Oh yeah,
You bring them to the show,
and then you
go,
see
You go look at all this.
No, the most recent one I did. I did so the setup for the show was, the 4 comedians, whatever. We do our set in like some drag, and then we do a bathing suit portion Q&A. So we do a portion of just doing our set, and we're in like our outfit, and then we switch to a bathing suit, and then we do questions and answers from the hosts and from the audience.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm a veteran of these shows, I do my set, and then I immediately change into a bathing suit, and then I go around and ask for money, like a tip jar type thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, this particular show, I got grabbed and groped and fondled
Mm.
a lot. I mean, I'm talking full sack grabs, full cock grabs.
It's okay if you sexually assault a man.
Yeah. Well, I was okay with it. I'm a single dude.
I know, that's why it's fun.
Yeah.
Like, I like it.
But I mean, honestly, some of these ladies were pushing the envelope pretty hard, though.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean,
You're like the dancing bear.
I was just like, yeah, because I forgot what song. I think they were playing "It's Raining Men" while I was doing that, and I was just like, I'm wearing my little tiny shorts or little whatever, and then I'm like thrusting or whatever, and then next thing you know, I felt two hands grab, one hand each cheek.
Oh, wow.
I mean, grab, like, just
Dang.
and then like, and then I think there was one of my Instagram stories has where I'm putting money. They're putting money in my little underwear things.
Yeah.
And then you see one of them tap my sack in it. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Oh, and then titties. There was titties abound. There was like flashing going on and stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I love titties in the wild.
Yeah. Titties in the way. There's something special about it. I think that was the appeal of OnlyFans originally.
Yeah.
Was like, oh, these aren't like porn star, like, what I mean? These are
they're
your coworkers' titties, dude.
Yeah.
You ever want to see Janice's titties, dude? They're right there.
$4.99.
$4.99 for Janice's titties. And then you see him, you're like, I wasted my money. But, but you know what Janice's titties look like.
Janice looks way better with clothes on.
But you supported Janice and you got to see her titties. Twofer, Yeah.
Janice is now doing open mics.
Yeah.
That's good. Well,
it feels good out here. Beautiful out. For
it is beautiful.
Those listening, it's literally sun and blue sky.
Yeah,
palm
we're
trees.
pretty lucky to live where we live, and people could hate on it all they want, and
yeah,
Jacksonville's got some nice spots.
Yeah, our homeless people have way better views.
Yeah, our homeless people wear board shorts.
Yeah, they're like, can you give me some change, man?
Can you give me a toe?
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, good times. Good times and great oldies.
Yeah. Easy listening. WFOOL.
That's what we should do. Is be Jacksonville's number or a fake Jacksonville radio show.
Oh yeah. Hi, I'm Marcus Crispin. This is Dan Vinci, and you're listening to The Quiet Storm.
Conquest.
Yeah, Conquest.
Or if we could do Conquest. Could be our like fake religious.
Yeah.
I feel like if you make money as long as you do something religious.
Close your eyes and bow your head. Yeah.
A religious podcast about food.
Oh yeah. Worship this cake.
Is it Jesus?
Yeah. Sweet Jesus.
Yeah. Well, until next time.
Yeah.
It's
no fun to be dumb, but it's cool to be foolish.
There it is.
There it is.